Welcome to this video lecture. Myself Atul Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial Government College, Jogindanagar. In this video lecture, I will discuss about sequential circuits, flip-flops, types of flip-flop and applications of flip-flop. So sequential circuits are the circuits where the output depends not only on the present input but on the past values also. So this one is the logic circuit for sequential circuits. So we can see here it is a combination of combinational logic circuits and a memory element. So in case of sequential circuits, we have a set of two input values. One is the input that is directly coming from circuit, and other input is coming from the memory where the input where the output is stored. Similarly, we have set of two output values. One is the output and other is given as a feedback to the memory, that is stored in the memory and can be used for next input value. So next we have a flip-flop. Flip-flop are basically the memory elements of a digital computer. So they can store information either 0 and 1. They can also be called as binary or toggle or latch, and flip-flop are also called as bistable devices because they have two stable states. One stable state is 1 and it is called as set, and other stable state is 0 and it is called as reset. So we have different types of flip-flop available, like RS flip-flop, D flip-flop, JK flip-flop, T flip-flop and master slave flip-flop. So I will discuss one by one the working of each flip-flop. So SR flip-flop or RS flip-flop, they consist of three input values. The first input is S and it is called as set. The second input is R and it is called as reset. Similarly, we have a clock, and this one is the logic circuit for RS flip-flop, and the logic symbol is shown here. The truth table is shown here. I will discuss the value for the truth table, how these values come in the next slide. For this slide only, when S is equal to and R is both are 0, then there is no change in the output, and when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, then the output is reset. Reset means Q is equal to 0, and when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, then the output value is reset, and this is called as set condition of the flip-flop. Similarly, when both the inputs S and R are both 1, then this one is a invalid state, and I will show you how this truth table is generated in the next slides. So SR flip-flop can be realized by connecting two NOR gates as shown here in the previous slide. This one is the first NOR gate and this one is the second NOR gate. So R and S are the two input signals in case of SR flip-flop. Q is the output of the flip-flop and Q dash is the complement of the output. So this one is the characteristic table or truth table for SR flip-flop, and this one is the characteristic or cape map for SR flip-flop. So I will generate this characteristic table, how it will be generated in the next slide. So we have S as a input, we have a R as a input, and we have again Q, it is a output, previous state output, and Q, let us written it as Qn, and the next state output be Qn plus 1. So suppose we have S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1. Suppose the previous state output here is 0 and next combination is S, both S and R is 0 and previous state is 1. Similarly, for other cases we have same 0, 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 0. So let us see one by one. In the first case, both R and S are 0 and Q and the previous state value is 0. Let us see what will be the next state or output of this. So Q is equal to 0, so we applied Q. Suppose the first NOR gate is A and the second NOR gate is B. Q is equal to 0, so Q both 0 0 is applied to the second NOR gate B, and the output of this is 1, because 0 when it is a combination of OR and NOT. So 0 0, when we OR these 0 0, it becomes 0, and the complement of 1 0 is 1. So 1 is given as a input to the first NOR gate A. 1 and 0 are the input, so output here is the NOR gate output here is 0. So output is 0. So when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, the previous state is 0, then the next state is also 0. Let us see when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0 and previous state is suppose 1. So here previous state is 1. Let us firstly erase this so that it is easily clear to you. So in the next input values we have S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0 and Q is equal to 1. So Q is equal to 1, so the input values for NOR gate B is 1 and 0, and the output here is 0. So the input for 0 is given as a input for first NOR gate, and here the input value is 0 0, so the output here is again 1. So output here is 1. This means that when S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, whatever be the previous output value, the next output value remains same. This means that states are not unchanged. So for S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, state remains unchanged. Now let us see for next input values. In the next input value we have S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, and suppose previous state output is 0. So it is given as a input to the NOR gate B. The input to the NOR gate B is 1 and 0. Its output is 1. So 1 is given as a input to the NOR gate A. So 1 and 0 is the input to the NOR gate A, and its output is 1. So again here the output is 1. So when S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0 and previous state is 0, then output is 1. Next let us see for the next input. So next input is we have s is equal to 1 and r is equal to 0. What output is previous state output is here is 1. So 1 is given to the as an input to the second NOR gate, so output here becomes 0. When it becomes 0, then the input to the first NOR gate is 0 and 0, its output becomes 1, so output remains same. So in case of when s is equal to 1 and r is equal to 0, then the output changes to 1. This means the flip-flop goes to the set state. Set state means when output becomes 1. Now let us see for the next input values. And the next input value here next input value we have s is equal to 0 and r is equal to 1. And suppose firstly we have q is equal to 0, so q is given as input to the second NOR gate, so 0 and 0 the input is becomes 1. When 1 is given to the input to the first NOR gate, so input value here is 1 and 1, so output is 0. So here the next value output is 0 when s is equal to 0 and r is equal to 1. So now let us see what will happen if we change the previous state in output as a 1. So here suppose here s is equal to 0 and r is equal to 1, and the next previous state value is 1. So 1 is given as a input to the second NOR gate, so input here is 1 and 0, so output becomes 1. The output of 1 and 0 NOR gate is 0, so 0 is given as a input to the first NOR gate. So in this case, when both the when one input is 0 and other is 1, the output here is again 0. So when s is equal to 0 and r is equal to 1, whatever be the previous state, it will always set to 0. So this state is called as reset state in case of SR flip-flop, when s is equal to 0 and r is equal to 1. Now let us see what will happen if both s and r are set to 1. What will be the output of so here both s and r are set to 1. This means that we can see if one of the input value in case of NOR gate is 1, its output is always 0. If one of the input value is 1, output is always 0, as in case of NOR gate. So here also the output is 0, and in case of NOR gate B the output is 0, whatever be the value of Q, whether it is 1 or whether it is 0, the output here is 0 and here is also 0. This means that Q and Q bar are not complement of each other, so these two states are invalid state. So this means that the flip-flop goes in the running state, and in the running state the when both s and r values are 1, this means that flip-flop shows invalid state, because here the output for both the NOR gate is 0 and they are not complement of each other, means flip-flop is showing invalid state. So when both S and R are 1, the flip-flop in invalid state. So if I just briefly create a small table SR Q and Q dash. So suppose S is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 4 input values are these, and when S and R are both 0, this means state remains unchanged. So here Q and Q dash, whatever be the state, it remains same, Q and Q dash. And suppose when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, in that case we have a reset value, that is Q is equal to 0 and Q dash is equal to 1. In case of S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, we have Q is equal to 1 and Q dash is equal to 0. In case when both S and R are 1, this means invalid state, and it is like I will show you in cross state. So this one is the how truth table is generated for SR flip-flop. Next we have how the characteristic equation is formed using in SR flip-flop. So as in the previous lectures I discussed about K-maps, so all of you know about how the K-maps are created. So in this I will show you fastly how the characteristics equation is generated from this characteristic truth table. So we have we can see for this state, that is for when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, the output is 1. So for 1 and 0 we write here 1. For the next case where the output is 1 is when both S and R are 0. So we write here in this column where both S and R is 0, then the output is 1. And the next case where output is 1 is when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, that is this is the case. So and when both 1 and S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, in this case we have indeterminate state. So this one is the indeterminate state, and this is represented with the help of cross in case of K-maps. So this one is like a don't care condition. We can just use it as a 1-1 to make a quad in case of K-map. So one quad is created like this, and the second is we pair one like for this. So in case of quad, the here the common value here is in this case is S. So here S plus. For the second pair, the common value here in this case is 0. In this case is 0, and 0 is for R. So plus R, and 0 is represented for complement, so R complement, and again 0 is represented for complement, so Q complement here, and this one is Q, so R bar dot Q. So this one is the characteristic equation for SR flip-flop. and it is equal to Q Q T or n plus 1 equal to R bar S plus R bar dot Q. This one is the characteristic equation for SR flip-flop. So I have discussed earlier all the 4 cases, so this one is the theory for that. So I have discussed earlier without clock. So what will happen if we add clock to the SR flip-flop? So flip-flop works only for the on state of the clock state. So clock signal is added to the flip-flop to control the instant at which the flip-flop changes the state of its output. So this one is the logic circuit when clock is added. The same is the concept I have discussed earlier, but in case of clock signal, when we apply clock here as 1, when we given clock as a 1, then the output here is 1, because this one is a NAND gate and output here is 1, and only in that case the output will be generated, and the truth table is same as like this. When the clock is on and when both the input S and R is 0, then there is no change. When S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, then there is a reset condition, as I have discussed earlier. When S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, then there is a set state. When S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, then this is called as invalid state. So this one is for SR flip-flop. In the next lectures I will discuss about other flip-flops like D flip-flop, JK flip-flop and T flip-flop. Thanks for watching this video lecture.